is Rafael Velasquez, and this is my part, which is called Extended Families and Kinship. This section mainly goes over different types of families, what they're called, the members in them, the differences in beliefs, and the different roles cultures associates with each member. Nucleus families versus extended families. A nucleus family consists of a couple and a child or children. For example, mom, dad, and a child or children. And you usually see this in American culture, non-Western, Western and European cultures. Um, and the differences in extended family, it consists of a couple and children plus other relatives that are living in the same household. For example, in-law, grandparent, aunts, uncles, and cousins. You usually see this in is common among immigrants where economic necessities dictate the outcome. Um, and it's also usually on the rise here in the United States. The third example, or the third type of family, would be a modified extended family, which is like an extended family, yet the relatives do not live necessarily with the nucleus family. So it would be, for example, like a grandparent providing assistance for a grandchild for things such as braces, camp, tutoring, or they provide some daycare for the grandson. Yet they do not live with the couple. So here, conjugal and consanguineous relationships. There's a difference between the two. Conjugal is a relationship that is created through marriage, which is, for example, an in-law. As for consanguineous, is created through birth, which is blood ties, which would be like a sister or a son. And And it's important to note that a nuclear family role, such as a parent or son and daughter, combined with the extended family roles, such as in-law, aunt, to form a kinship system. Kinship system is a social organization which is different in different cultures, and it sort of dictates the rights and obligations for each family member. Um, for example, what a husband should do, what a wife should do, what a son should do or should act. And these roles vary depending on culture, which may be more extensive in non-Western cultures and non-industrialized cultures and American cultures. Uh, and two examples they talk about in the book is in Canton, China, where women do not live with their husbands for at least 3 years, and their primary obligations usually remain with their extended families. And in Nayar of India, where men had more obligations toward the children of their sisters and female cousins than they had with toward their own children. As you can see, they're different cultures, different equals different rules, and this there's also different beliefs towards different families. Um, for example, let's say the differences are conservative, liberal, and centralist perspectives. Conservative individual believes more in self-sacrifice, or actually a family. Conservative family believes more in self-sacrifice than personal self-fulfillment, and they recommend policies to reverse or reduce changes that are happening towards families. As for liberal changes, they believe changes are not a sign of familiar decline yet. The families are evolving to contemporary households, which usually require greater tolerance to diversity, and they are more open to different changes. They usually recommend policies tied to economic well-being of families and promote employed women. And the third perspective would be a centrist, which they believe some familiar changes are negative, and they also identify with wider social changes, so a little bit of both conservative and liberal. They believe too many people are absorbed with their careers and are quick to surrender to martial problems. Yet they also believe in things such as employed women. And here's the picture from the book. I highlighted here. Usually this is So you could see there's different groups here: Christian, Protestant, Catholic, liberal Catholic, atheist. Here are different questions here. Better for children if parents are married. God's plan for marriage. Divorce is usually best. It is all right to live together and love. This what makes a family. So here, as you can see, Christian scored higher on It's God's plan for marriage. Protestant believe that it's better for children if parents are married, and Catholic also believe it's God's plan for marriage. While at least of them believe that it's all right to live together if they're not married. Uh, just mainly, you could say it's conservative. You could label these conservative. As for these more liberal, their strongest came in it's love what makes a family, which is more self-fulfillment than sacrifice. While they scored the lowest on it's God's plan for marriage here. Um, so as you can see, it's different families have different beliefs, and you could say these are liberal, conservative. So you could see they rate differently. And that is it for my part. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you.